happy that this is the last video I have to film today. I am pre-filming my 2 looks 1 palettes because that's just what I do. So this is the last one that I have to film for a while. This is the CColor Cosmetics Savanna palette. This is obviously meant to be a dupe for the Natasha Denona Safari palette. It's not available anymore. This is an all matte palette. And I'm very excited because last time I used the golden palette from CColor Cosmetics, which is meant to be Natasha Denona's gold dupe. It's very, very good. The colors themselves don't blend the way Natasha Denona shadows do, but I definitely think that this brand is definitely a good dupe if you want the Safari palette and you can't get it anymore like me. I would kill for the Safari palette or the gold palette, because the gold palette I do believe is a limited edition from Natasha Denona. Or if you can't afford it, because both those palettes are $129. Which is going to put you in the whole $250 for both palettes. But, you know, it is what it is. So I'm excited to see what I can create. Obviously, I'm going to go for an all matte look. I'm still testing out this Profusion Mattes palette. I'm definitely going to have to let you guys know what I think of that. This is the 4th time I'm using this, so that is exciting. I already pulled out the brushes I'm going to use today, and I pulled out a shimmer. On one look, I'm going to use this as the lid color, and on the other, I'm just going to use it as an inner corner pop. So, very matte-centered looks today. I'm going to prime using my Jeffree Star Cosmetics Magic Star Concealer in C0. Okay, so blend it out. I used my Natasha Denona brush that came in the Metropolis palette. So, honestly, I would prefer both of these to matte base shades, to like only have one and then have a matte black in this palette, but it is what it is. So I'm going to take this on one side and set it. Ooh, okay. I think I like this so far. I'm liking this, but it is just a base shade, so we will have to see. Jaxson, I hear you laughing like a hyena, my child. I'm so glad you are having fun. And then I'm going to take this shade down here below it on that same brush and set the other eye. Like I said, I know for a fact that I like the golden palette, so I'm very curious to see how I'm going to like this palette. Children, you are CGA. What is up with you? Crazy boy. Crazy boy. Crazy. Okay, so I think I'm going to do a cool tone matte eye on one look and then a neutral on the other. So I know for a fact I'm going to take this Sinful Color Shade Boss Powder eyeshadow in the shade Proud and super nice. I'm centering a look around this because I wanted a simple eye. So I'm centering one look around this on the eyelid. So far you can't even really tell that is on the eye. So I'm going to take this LA Colors crease brush and go into my Profusion Mattes palette and take Adventurous first. And I'm putting Adventurous in both creases just to have a pretty definitive start. Okay. I think I am where I want the looks both to be. Okay, now it's time to dive into the Savanna palette. This is obviously meant to be an exact carbon copy of the Safari palette. I don't have a Safari palette. I've never used a Safari palette. I'm so sorry, so I can't tell you guys about it. But I am very excited to have this in my collection, just basing it off of using the golden palette. And the mirror's pretty nice too, so I'm going to take a separate LA Colors crease brush. This is a different one. This is clean, and take this shade here and work that into the crease. I can tell you that these are a little powdery. They're a little on the powdery side. But that already drastically changed the look and tone, so I'm kind of feeling it. I'm going to take this orange. I want to try out this matte orange so bad. Even if it doesn't go with this look, it's just calling my name. I think I'm going to try this darker brown right here. The idea was to do a more neutral or natural eye on this side, but I really want to test out these shadows. I'm drawn to this pink one, even though it's not going to match. So I am going to put that all the way up here. This shade here. That and the crease a little bit. No, I'm gonna call it a day. All I did was run those colors on the lower lash line, brighten up the eye a little bit, the eyelid shade. I'm gonna take this shade here because I don't want anything inner corner or even shimmery other than what's on the lid. Because like I said, I'm going for more of a natural look on this eye. And this is it. I would literally finish this off with maybe a liner in the lid, in the waterline, and then some mascara, and I would be perfectly fine wearing this look throughout the whole day. But of course, it is 2 looks 1 palette, so we have to dive back into this palette, and I'm definitely diving into these right here. That is what my eye is telling me to do. So I'm going to start off with my wet weld crease brush into this stone gray. Start working that into the crease. Turn this into a cool matte. From what I heard, the Safari palette was actually crappy. I believe Mel Thompson returned it actually. So it was pretty crappy apparently. This is very light. I also, let me know, I want to test out the pastel palette. I literally want it just to try it. I'm like, I don't think I'll ever use that in like my everyday life or even on my clients. I don't think I'll use that. But I would use it a little bit for YouTube. I don't know. I have a problem with it. Okay, I needed a water break. I'm going to go into this gray next because it looks lighter than the other one. Keeping that Wet n Wild crease brush. I really wish I could see how pigmented they are not set. But I had to set just to see if it would set my eye primer. And they had 2 base shades in here. Which I know it's supposed to be a carbon copy of the Natasha Denona Safari palette, and that's how she has it. But like I said, I would prefer to have one of these and then a matte black instead. So like, move all these over and put a matte black. I don't know. I like this navy blue. I know that that's why she did it, and I'm gonna use that in this look. But I would have preferred a matte black instead of 2 base shades because most people don't even use base shades because they're not setting their lids. Most primers nowadays are meant to work without being set, so I'm going to go into this shade here. I did get the CColor Impressionism palette. I'm waiting for that to ship, which is supposed to be another dupe for the Safari palette. So, I'm tempted to see how this performs without being set because I don't think that this is performing as well as the golden palette did. I mean, I'm getting color fluffed everywhere, but I can make it work. I will make it work. I mean, I'm not going anywhere, so I don't really give a crap, but at the same time, like, let's... So, like, I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna actually put that right there. Yeah, that blue is still stuck to my lid very weird, so that's odd. I'm gonna take this shade here, kind of clean it up a little bit. I don't like this. Right now I'm not liking this palette. Of course my opinion's not permanent right now. This is just a first impression. It's the first time I'm using this palette. So it can change. But as of right now, this is not my favorite CColor Cosmetics palette. Honestly, all the shades look like they're blending the same. Why? I'm going to take a different Wet n Wild crease brush. and try to blend this out a little bit. I'm just having a very tough time with the cooler tones. Like this eye was fine. They were light but dusty, but they were okay. Okay, I'm gonna take Proud again from Simple Colors and pop that in the inner corner because that's what I wanted. What I would do is a nice black long wing, some black liner, and some nice lashes, and that's how I would finish this look up, to be honest. Okay, so let me know, what are we thinking about the Savanna palette? Are we feeling it or are we not? I'm feeling the golden palette. This palette, I'm going to have to revisit a few times and try and force myself to use it, but are we feeling the natural eye or are we feeling this cool tone eye? Personally, I don't like either eye, but if I had to pick, I'm picking this natural eye because it ended up being a lot better than the cool tone eye. Of course, it could be because I set the lid, but at the same time, I think that these cool tones aren't a good formula. And I think I remember people saying from the Safari palette that the cool tones weren't a good formula in Natasha's Safari palette. But, of course, this is just a first impression. These are the 2 looks that I created with this palette, and I'm excited to see how I can use more of this palette. So, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'm going to end it here. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. And Kai, you have to come a little over here if you want to wave. Alright, bye you guys. I'll see you tomorrow.